I'm Tyrone Beasley, Director of Outbound Programs at the Rose Theater, and one of the co-directors of YGB, Young, Gifted, and Black. YGB is a teens and theater program where teens explore issues that face African Americans in our society today. And I am joined by my co-directors.
Hi, I'm Kathy Tyree, and I am one of the co-directors for YGB this year. We are so excited for you to see this awesome performance, and we want to give a special shout out and thank you to all of the parents for making sure that we had an opportunity to be blessed by your gifted teens.
Hi, and I'm Camille, and we're really excited for you to see this show this year because the theme is very interesting, and you'll really enjoy it. In fact, our theme was developed by our co-director, Kathy Tyree, but the theme is the myth, the hype, and the reality. And so it covers the myth that is perceived for Black people in this society. The hype means how we as Black people have had to buy into those myths in order to survive. And the reality is who we really are. So the kids did a beautiful job of illustrating those three different concepts that Black people have to deal with in this country. So we're really excited for you to see this show this year.
Yes, and my name is LD, and I'm also one of the directors here with YGB, and I was really in charge of creating the video for this production. So there's a lot of editing, maybe some music has been added to it, so I was really glad to be able to be a part of this and really work on the video aspect and the technology parts. But thank you all for joining us, and I hope you enjoy our amazing production of Young, Gifted, and Black.
Myth.
This is how Black people act.
Hype.
We are the stereotypes we fall into.
Reality.
What is reality?
What is reality?
What is reality?
What is reality?
Did your mom give you a directions quiz today? Because you look a heckin' down.
That wasn't even funny, Lana. Cook up some more jokes because the chef calls and wants to sue you for original ideas. Ah!
Ha ha. Very funny. Did you do the homework?
No, I was practicing for my basketball game yesterday and I fell asleep so late. I didn't even bother on that homework. Imagine what the test's gonna be like. You know, Black people don't get A's. We don't even succeed unless we can throw a ball, rap a bar, or sing a note.
Dang. I was beefing with that one girl, Latasha, so I couldn't do the assignment. It's all right, though. It's not like we're going to college anyways.
Exactly. Ain't no one from around here been that successful a day in their life.
Well, hi. I'll see you tonight after the game. Good luck, cuz.
Okay, see you then, sis.
All right, everyone, quiet now. We will be starting our summative tests. This can really help your grades, so be focused and no talking. You may begin.
Psst. Psst. JR. Let's share answers. I really need to pass this test.
What is actually wrong with you? I can't afford to get caught right now. You already know how my grade is, and if we get caught, we both get in a 0 and fail in this class, sis.
I know, but if we're smart about it, we could pull it off. Come on, JR. You know we're not going to make it to college at this rate. We need this right now.
I swear, if we get caught, Lana.
Just shut up and give me your paper.
Look what we have here. You two cheating, I see.
No, he was just helping me with the quiz. And
No excuses. You both will get 0s for this grade and a week of detention.
Oh my gosh. Guess we aren't going to college then.
Now, Lana, Why were you caught cheating? Didn't you study?
Yeah, but it's so hard. Plus, people don't expect us to excel in any way. So why should I even care about my education?
I know how you feel. Your mom and I went through the same situation. Here, let me tell you a story.
It is now in the 1980s, and Riley is cheating off her boyfriend, Jameson.
Riley, you was one bad student. I have everything in the bag ready to go for my college application, and you keep cheating off me. You ain't gonna be able to do that for the ACTs.
I know, but you're one nerd.
You love this nerd.
Yeah.
Well, what do we have here? To the principal's office now.
Throw away your future, son. You're a senior and you're black. What do you think will happen now? I know this is hard, being one of the few black students here, but know that you have what it takes to prove others wrong. Plus, this is casting me an arm and a leg. I believe in you. Show them that we can be educated and successful.
After that, I worked my tail off to get into college.
Did it work out?
No, your mother did. I raised our baby, you, so she could get her education. And now look at you, a junior ready to apply for colleges. I'm not gonna let you flunk. You're an intelligent young woman, and I'm happy to see you grow up more and more every day. So you're gonna graduate from high school, then college.
And she did just that. Her daughter and her husband. They didn't let the world choose their journey. No, they chose their own.
Hello. I think you meant to go next door
Oh, I actually meant to stop at this audition.
for a musical?
Yes, for a musical. Is there a problem with that, sir?
Um, no, there isn't. Go ahead.
Okay. My name is Dom Smith Mountain, and I will be performing For Forever from Dear Evan Hansen.
Wait, are you sure you have the right voice and emotion for this song?
Yes, I am sure.
Explain why.
Dear Evan Hansen talks about a lot of issues, and one of the big ones I feel is living a lie. I feel like as a black teenager, uh, I have always had to hide myself or change who I am just to fit in with specific crowds. And that's not a good thing. In this moment in the musical, Dear Evan Hansen is fabricating the lie that would change his life. End of May or early June, this picture perfect afternoon we share. Drive the winding country road, grab a scoop at a la mode, and then we're there. An open field that's framed with trees, we pick a spot and shoot the breeze like buddies do. Quoting songs by our favorite bands, telling jokes no one understands except us two. And we talk and take in the view. All we see is sky for forever, plus the sun shines bright for forever. Feels like we could go on for forever this way. Two friends on a perfect day. We walk a while and talk about the things we'll do when we get out of school. We go bike the Appalachian Trail or write a book or learn to sail. Wouldn't that be cool? There's nothing that we can't discuss, like girls we wish would notice us but never do. He looks around and says to me, there's nowhere else I'd rather be, and I say, me too. And we talk and take in the view. We just talk and take in the view. All we see is sky for forever, 'cause the sun shines bright for forever. Feels like we could go on for forever this way, this way. All we see is light for forever, 'cause the sun shines bright for forever. But you and I, for forever this way. Two friends on a perfect day. And there he goes, racing toward the tallest tree. From far across the yellow field, I hear him calling, follow me. There we go, wondering how the world might look from up so high. One foot after the other, one branch then to another. I climb higher and higher, I climb till the entire sun shines on my face. And I suddenly feel the branch give away. I'm on the ground, my arm goes numb. I look around, and I see him come to get me. He's come to get me. And everything's okay. All we see is sky for forever, 'cause the sun shines bright for forever. Buddy, you and I, for forever this way, this way. All we see is light, 'cause the sun shines bright. We could be alright for forever this way. Two friends, true friends on a perfect day.
Okay, class, let's get started. Everybody turn to page 43 for me.
Can I ask you a personal question, Jessica?
Yeah, go ahead.
Since you're mixed, do you like wash your hair every day or?
Of course I do, otherwise it would just be dirty. Wait, do you not wash your hair every day?
I mean, my hair is different from yours.
So basically what I'm hearing is you don't wash your hair, correct?
No, Jessica, I don't wash my hair every day. I don't understand how that's dirty though.
Listen, I'm not saying you're dirty or anything, but I'm pretty sure no matter what kind of hair you have, you should wash it every day.
How are you gonna tell me when to wash my hair but don't even have the same hair type as me?
Oh, Destiny, nobody's even telling you when to wash your hair. I'm just saying I feel like you should wash it every day. It's just my opinion.
You can't have an opinion on other people's hair types. It's not how it works. You wouldn't even get it because, like I said in the beginning, we don't have the same hair type.
Shut up. Both y'all hair look like dusty chicken nuggets.
What he meant to say is your hair looks beautiful the way it is.
Okay, who asked you?
What is all the commotion over here? Turn your books to page 43.
I see your hair is wet. I thought you said you didn't wash your hair.
I never said I didn't wash my hair. I said I didn't wash it every day.
Okay, whatever. But doesn't it feel good? Like to just wash your hair. Like it feels refreshing, right?
Honestly, yeah, it does feel good to wash my hair. Do you really think I need to wash it every day?
Yes, Destiny. Like you should probably clean your hair every day. It's just way more healthier that way.
Okay, maybe you're right. I honestly don't want my hair to be unhealthy or dirty in any kind of way.
Right. Right.
Hey, Mom, I'm back from school.
Hey, sweetie, how was your day?
It was okay, I guess.
Is everything okay? What's wrong?
Mom, is there something wrong with my hair? A girl at school told me that all black girls' hair is nappy and that we should wash it and
Let
that.
me cut you off right there. Destiny, nothing's wrong with your hair. If you needed to wash it every day, wouldn't I have told you that?
Yeah.
Okay, then. You shouldn't worry about what other people think or say, especially if they have no idea what type of hair you have. Listen, honey, some people are just uneducated, and you will realize it a lot more as you get older in life. Your hair is beautiful, no matter what anyone says. You are a wonderful Black young woman that will make it in this world regardless. I wouldn't lie to you, I promise.
Of course you're gonna say that I'm beautiful. You're my mom. You don't even know what I go through.
You think I don't understand what you go through? Listen, Destiny, when I used to wear my afro at work, people would stare and whisper about it all the time. Do you even know why I stopped wearing my afro?
No.
My boss told me that it was a distraction, and I was banned from wearing my hair like that any longer because of the stares and the whispers.
What? I don't understand why he would do that.
Don't worry. People that are going through the same thing I am fighting for are right now are fighting for laws and fighting for rights against it. Hopefully things will change, but if not, you have to understand to be yourself because nothing will ever satisfy people either way. You are wonderful just the way you are, no matter what anybody has to say about it.
Thank you so much, Mom. I really needed that.
You know I'm always here for you.
I haven't always been insecure about my hair. There was a time in life where I loved my hair. I was very confident about it actually until my fourth grade year. I had friends that year that were, let's say, very open about their opinions. A big one was my hair. I never knew I was being attacked by it until I used to cry each night on how I could make my hair better. They used to tell me I was kind of dirty for not washing it every day. They also commented on how short it was compared to the long, straight, blonde hair. When we had free time at recess and played house, I could never be the daughter because the mom would have to prep their daughter for school by doing their hair. They claimed my hair was too nappy to comb through. I was devastated. I thought I could fix it, but didn't know how until I found out what a perm was. I asked my mom and she said yes, but my father did not agree. I wanted to fit in so bad that I begged him. He finally agreed. I got the perm. I was satisfied. I thought I would finally get to play house and be the daughter. I got to school and nobody cared or even noticed. My hair was now too short for them still. I was upset. I went home that day and my parents asked me what was wrong. I told them everything about the hair situation, including on how I would wanted to fit in. And this is what my father had to say to me. Shaylin, you don't need to be like them. Make them want to be like you. You have to be the leader, not the follower. You are a beautiful, Black, young princess, and you are perfectly fine the way you are. Till this day, I remember that like it was yesterday. I never really thought about it until now. Now that I am much older, I tend to hide my hair with weave. I try to go natural every here and there. I'm making progress on accepting myself for who I am. But this world is so cruel, and every time I try to open up, it shuts me out like a black light. For some reason, I can't be human. I am a human with feelings just like everybody else. Please treat me as one. Hey, G, you trying to play at the basketball court tonight?
No, I think I finna chill tonight.
Come on, man. You ain't got nothing better to do but to sleep and eat, and you know that.
Man, leave me alone. I don't want to play tonight, alright?
Man, you bugging. I'll catch you later.
Since I'm bugging, that's why your forehead's so big.
Man, shut up. You acting like your forehead ain't on slow-mo right now either.
Whatever, man. I'll link up with you later at school tomorrow.
Alright, see you tomorrow.
Hey, Mr. Bus Driver, over there listening to Party in the USA. Change it to some 106.9. We need some wrap up in this mug.
Shut the heck up, Jamal. Did you ever learn how to talk? You sound like an illiterate little boy.
Steven, that's just the way he talks. Bus driver, may you put on some better music, please?
Yo, Lamar, I ain't never heard you talk like that before in my life. Why you speaking like that?
Just because it doesn't talk all black like you doesn't mean he's talking different.
Lizzie, stop. That's really racist.
You didn't let me finish. Anyways, y'all need to talk more proper. And Steven, stop making excuses for the behavior. Gosh.
I was just asking my friend why he's talking like that. He never talks like that with me for real.
Jamal, I think you just need to learn not to talk a certain way in and at certain places.
I don't be trying to talk in a way. I just talk how I normally do.
Whatever, just try not to talk like that to adults.
Sounds ghetto.
Lizzie.
No, it's okay, Steven. She's probably right. I'll work on it. So, Dad, I got an important question for you.
Go ahead. Shoot.
The way I talk, is that ghetto?
No, it isn't ghetto. You have to understand that, well...
Dad, I got it. Stop trying to give me a lecture. I ain't your student.
Jamal leaves to his room and falls asleep. Suddenly, he wakes up in a new world, confused by all the colors and the music around him.
What the heck? This looks like The Wiz.
What's up? This is indeed The Wiz, like that Diana Ross and MJ movie. Basically, before you go back home, you have to learn a valuable lesson. Go find Star the Ghetto Scarecrow, Jerome the Scary Lion, and oh yeah, Darius the Tin Guy.
Whatever it takes to leave this place, I'll do it.
Off you go, mister, with your receding hairline.
Help me. I'm being chased by these dusty crows.
What's up? I'll take it you don't got a heart.
Star the Ghetto Scarecrow at your service. And no, I got a heart. I just don't got a hairline or a culture. So I made up my own slang. Check it. I say 8, yo, and can you guess the last word?
I'm not here for joke. I'm here to get to the Oz and get the heck out of here. I don't have ruby slippers to click 3 times.
Oh, well, can you bring me with you? I need him to give me back my African culture.
Whatever, come with me.
They walk, only to hear someone yell.
Ah, who's that?
It's a Tin Man, isn't it?
No, it's Jerome the Tin Guy. And I have this bone stuck in my neck, preventing me from breathing. Whenever I try to sing music from my homeland, it punctures my throat and I have to talk fastly instead. See, listen. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's so much left.
Oh, dang. You got some bars. That ain't bad. You should be boasting about your rapping skills, man.
Whatever you say. Can you take me with you to the wizard? I need to sing my native jam.
Whatever, bro. Let's go.
They continue to walk and hear a lion's roar.
The Cowardly Lion, I suppose.
No, it's Jerome, the scary lion. Every time I try to pray in my native language, I sing this new gospel music. Listen, he's got the whole world in his hand. Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring.
We don't need a performance. We understand, and that's a bop. Why you mad, bro?
Whatever, dude. Bring me with you to Oz.
Y'all is relentless. Whatever, come on.
What y'all want?
Your Majesty, your boy wins. I need my culture back.
I need my native music.
I need my actual gospel, please.
Y'all way too needy. I'm out. Hello, I'm Maisha, the Good Witch. Listen, all of us, were taken away by the evil witch, Sharkeisha, who y'all were supposed to defeat, but whatever. And when she took us, we were stripped of our culture, of our language, of our music, and we had nothing for years. What you guys did is give us a voice. Thank you. Jamal, say, "Ay!" 3 times to leave.
Hey, hey, hey.
He is thrown back into the house.
What were you dreaming about, son?
Nothing much.
Myth.
This is how Black people act.
Hype.
We are the stereotypes we fall into.
Reality.
I am reality.
I am reality.
I am reality.
We are reality.
My name is Jasmine. I'm 15 years old. I'm in 10th grade and go to Bellevue East. And this is my 3rd year doing YGB.
Hi, my name is Brody. I'm 14. I'm in 9th grade. I go to Bellevue East High School. And this is my 3rd year doing YGB.
Hi, my name is Shaylin. I am in 8th grade and I go to Beverage Magnet Middle School, and this is my 1st year doing YGB.
This is my 2nd year doing YGB. I am in 11th grade and I am 16. And I go to Northwest.
Is there anything that you can relate to during the performance?
Yeah, I was like just thinking of, my dad. Like I try to, mimic his when he gets a little frustrated or, just mimic him. So yeah, my dad definitely.
Was it difficult reading each other and building off of each other's emotions in a virtual setting?
Yeah, I feel like it was just kind of hard to make like facial expressions and the right like emotions and stuff, and sometimes we couldn't really see like how the other person was going to act or something, like to build off of that. It was just kind of hard because like you can't really tell a person's like body language or anything like that when you're only seeing basically shoulders and up. So it was kind of hard to do that, but we kind of pushed through it, and it was like it was a working process because we were just trying to get comfortable with each other and everything.
You guys were awesome. Did you come up with all the scenes yourselves, or did you get help?
Well, like we did get help, like just a little bit, but we mostly came with them like by ourselves, and we like wrote the scenes by ourselves.
So have you guys learned anything from this performance?
I learned some stuff, but since we wrote a lot of the scenes, we kind of had to do some research. So yeah, I did, of course, learn stuff from doing all that research. Like different things, like I never really realized that I did certain things around certain people until I started doing YGB in these performances.
And this is for everyone. Did you enjoy doing this over Zoom?
At first it was like hard to get into, or like hard to like really like just get into, but after we got past the first like two meetings or rehearsals, it like really, I thought it was really cool, yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. It was a great experience to get to do something virtually. In my opinion, I feel like it would have been better if we got to do it in person, just because like I said, the whole body language thing, and maybe we could have had more props and actions and everything, because it's hard doing stuff with your hands, like when you're acting like you're literally talking to a computer, you're not really talking to an audience. So it's hard. So I feel like it was fun. It was a fun experience to like get into, but it would have been really, it was still would have been fun in person too.
I didn't think it was as fun as when we do it in like person, but it was still pretty fun because at least we got to do something instead of just like skipping it this year.
So what was your favorite scene to perform?
Oh. Brody, why don't you answer that one?
My favorite scene would honestly have to be it's a scene where Jamal, Lamar, Lizzie, and Steven are all on a bus, and they're talking about how Jamal talks ghetto, and how he doesn't really think that he's talking that way, but he doesn't really, it's not a choice that he's talking that way, that's just how he grew up talking. And he hears Lamar talking proper, and so he gets thrown off because he's never heard Jamal talking that way. I just felt like it was a really fun scene to develop and act out.
How long did it take you to make all the scenes?
I would say it took us overall when we went all together to make the scenes, it would take about 25 minutes, but then we would ask for more time kind of. But like we have made other scenes but then reconstructed them. So overall it took a pretty long time to get it to where we really wanted it. So it yeah, it took a really long time to get it to where we wanted it and position it how we wanted it to. So
Who can describe how the rehearsal process was virtually? How did you guys get together to devise your stuff? How did that work virtually?
So what we would do is we would go into like breakout rooms, which is this feature on Zoom, and we would us four would go into breakout rooms, and we would devise the scenes about one at a time, sometimes maybe two, but we would normally have around 25 to 30 minutes to come up with one or two scenes, and we would go on to these breakout rooms and we would give like bare bones ideas of the scenes, and then eventually we'd give lines to the scenes, but it's nothing too impressive or anything. It's just to give an idea of what the scene's going to be like, and then something we can put words to later. And then we would come back and we would tell the directors exactly what we had in mind for this scene, and they would kind of tell us if it doesn't really fit the topic that we're talking about or different things like that.
Awesome.
Was it hard to come up with the scenes?
I think at times it could be, but also I think overall not really. I think going into it, so like I remember like in the first rehearsal, we were split up into groups and they had us come up with scenes for myth. Um, and we came up with the hair scene, and we came up with another museum scene that eventually didn't work out. Um, but each time we went into there, we always usually had like ideas of what we would do, I guess. And usually it was really good. Like there was like maybe like two scenes that like it was a little harder to come up with, or we had to get some ideas thrown with the directors. But for the most part, it was actually pretty easy. It was just the making the lines and creating the lines that was probably the harder process, but still overall pretty easy.
So how did you guys come up with the character names?
I do want to throw out, y'all can answer this, but we did get Jessica from my mom.
it was a process. I don't know. They kind of just popped up in our brains. It was just like, oh yeah, Jessica. Oh yeah, Lizzie. Oh yeah, Lamar. Oh yeah, Jamal. Like it was just kind of like that. Like, and we would search up how to spell their names too. Like it was that deep on the names and everything. Like it was just so. That was one of the fun parts, was coming up with the names. That was one of the fun parts. That was one of the, yeah, that was a good experience.
I have something to add to that too. So what we would do is we wouldn't even really come up with the lines before we came up with the character name. We would take their name and we would be like, this seems like something Jamal would say. This seems like something Lizzie would say. And we kind of made it into like each name had like a little backstory to it. And then we put the lines to that name. So we came with Lizzie. Lizzie sounds like, not to be offensive to any Lizzies out there, but the name when we thought Lizzie, we thought this girl sounds like a brat, like. So we just kind of came up with the names and then put the lines to it eventually.
I love
We also
that.
had Allie that didn't work out.
So everybody can answer this. What do you like best about being in YGB?
I love the bond, the relationship. It's like we're all family, but really not. I just love how I get here every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and we all laugh, but then still get like stuff done. Like I just love the bond and the relationship between everybody. It's just so peaceful. It makes me feel like I could be myself at all times, you know?
That's awesome.
Yeah. The other day, or one of the times we were rehearsing, I don't even remember what it was. Like, honestly, I don't. It's probably gonna come into my head later, but I was like laughing like really, 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 really hard, and my mom came up. I had to mute myself because she came up. She was like, "That's like I mean I like this has been a long time since I've heard you laugh like that," and I was like, "Oh, oops."
That's so awesome.
I really liked this year because like since we're on Zoom, there's a feature on Zoom where you can have virtual backgrounds. And one of my things that I used to always do was whenever I saw somebody making a funny face or doing something real weird, I would take a screenshot of it and I'd put it as my virtual background. There was one of the times where before the meeting, I took a picture of myself sitting there like I would normally sit during a meeting, and I put it to my virtual background. And then I switched the camera around so they couldn't see my face, and all they could see is the virtual background. And I wanted to see how long it would take for the directors to notice that it wasn't me and it was actually just the virtual background. It took about 2 meetings.
Wait. Don't forget that moment where y'all all took a screenshot of me and put it as your background, and then I like turned my camera off so they thought that I was just in the meeting 3 times or something.
So you guys were mean to your directors. What about you, Jasmine?
I remember when Brody took a picture of Shaylin and put it as his background like multiple times, and then she's just like, "Guys, stop it!" And he's just like, "I'm Shaylin now. I'm Shaylin." And he just like tried to impersonate her. It was really funny.
I was getting harassed for no reason.
What is the best thing about devising?
I think one of the best things is like when we are in our uh, our rooms or whatever, our breakout rooms, we kind of throw ideas back and forth, kind of, and like it's not even just like one person making all of the lines. Like sometimes it's been like that, but usually it's like, so we all have a shared Google Doc, and we'll like write or we'll type lines down there, and sometimes we'll all like take turns, doing some stuff, or they'll just be like, let's do it this way, and like, we just say, yeah, that's just how we do it. And I think it's kind of really fun and really cool to kind of cooperate with each other and like see what scenes and what lines stay in there and which ones do not. Yeah. Especially those hairline jokes.
And what also we would do is we would go into the breakout rooms, and then we would what we would do is we would just start, like Dom said, start throwing out ideas. And there was a couple of times where we would just say something. We heard something and it made us laugh or something, and we would just say something. And then that's how a lot of the hairline jokes and different things like that ended up into the scenes, because all of a sudden we just blurted out something. Like there was this one time in the bus scene where Dom was just talking, and then someone interrupted him, and then he was like, "You didn't let me finish." And then we thought, that girl, that brat Lizzie, we should make her say that in some way. And then so we just incorporated it to one of the characters in one of the scenes.
That's
Yes,
why
a
I was
lot.
laughing uncontrollably.
Yes, because a lot of our normal conversations are in these scenes. So it's like, and a lot of our normal personalities are also in these scenes. Not the mean people, but like you know what I mean. But yeah, a lot of our personalities are in these scenes. That's what made it fun for us to create stuff. So yeah.
So for those of you who were in YGB before, how was this rehearsal process different from rehearsing in person?
I feel like in person, there was, I would say, not as much flexibility. Like with these ones, with these meetings, I feel like there is more time, and because we can run over time, because since we're at home, there is more time to be able that if we were to run overtime just working on a scene or something, it wouldn't affect anything. But when we go to the rows, it's like a tight schedule. If we're not out by around 8 to 9, like they're gonna have to close the rows, so we're gonna be stuck there, so we gotta get out. And so I feel like there's more flexibility with doing it over Zoom, and I feel like there's not as much to, I'd say, bond with people. You're not really there, so it's harder to make a connection. But I also feel like there's just something about doing it over Zoom that also just makes you feel better about it. I used to never want to go to the meetings, but I would always go because I knew I'd have fun at the rows. But then when I'm over Zoom, I'm finally going to the meetings because I'm staying at home. So I don't have to move. I don't really have to move anything but a finger to just click into the meeting. So.
And I think, yeah, especially with the flexibility, you can edit things out if you mess up. But also, I think, with relating to each other, when you're in a physical space where you're seeing the other person, you're right there, you don't have to do as much to create a bond. But when it's virtual, you have to put more effort in to create a bond, and sometimes those bonds are even better because of that, because of having to create the bond. But yeah.
So who's going to come back next year for YGB? Awesome.
Thank you for watching our production of YGB this year.
I hope you learned something from the show.
Thank you, the Rose Theater, for creating a space to share our stories.
And remember to like, follow, and subscribe to the Rose Theater for upcoming events on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Bye.
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 We love you.